Hello there, welcome back to Prime Morning. My name is Emefa Akosiadeti and it's time for Social Watch. But before I get into Social Watch, let me wish Obed Amar a happy birthday. The boy is becoming a man. He turns 22 years today. You'd find him on Instagram as This Is Joe. He prefers to call himself Giovanni. But happy birthday to Obed Amar. And all of us here at Prime Morning, we love you so much for all that you're doing. He's part of the production team here. God bless you. All right, so today on Social Watch, we zero in on the role of NGOs. What can they do to develop our communities and even the country, help develop the country? We all agree that nation building is not just on the shoulder of the government. We've got individuals, we've got the NGOs also who play a key role. These are very major stakeholders in nation building. However, we'll go to the community level. Remember that in the last 2 weeks, we've been asking you to share with us videos of situations in your communities, and you've been doing just that. And so today, we go to a part of the Volta region. We chose the most outstanding video. We'll go to a part of the Volta region that's actually, sharing the water body, the only source of drinking water, with nearly animals. And the water is so terrible, you wouldn't even take a bath with it, yet alone cook with it. And later on as well, we'll go back to one woman that we like to bring into the studio. She's a project manager at Bethany Christian Services. They're an NGO doing so much. We've got a beneficiary here as well. What are they doing for people in the communities? Would understand why they chose this person and even the project that they go in. In the meantime, watch this video and stay with me. From a town called Kpalime. I want to be sure that I got the name right. Yes, Kpalime, at the Tongo traditional area in the, it's supposed to be Tong, I'm not sure it's the Tong anyway, in the South Dine district. Okay, so this is the source of water in that community. You can just, a picture is not even doing justice to it, but listen, if I did Milo or cocoa powder and even put so much in there, it will still look better than this source of water. It is so terrible. And so we're lucky to have Lawrence Japasu. He's with the Ripple Foundation. We remember the Ripple Foundation for throwing a light on the boy who did not grow. Remember one story that Daniel followed keenly and went to the Volta region, Gideon in Peki. We would ask him to give us a short update with on Gideon, and then we'll come back to this video that we're seeing. Hi, Lawrence. Good morning.
Good morning, Emefa.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm okay. I know that today is not about Gideon, but just give us a moment to give us an update about Gideon. How is he doing?
Yeah, thanks so much for the opportunity. Gideon is doing well. Gideon and the mom are doing well. And so far, Gideon has undergone various diagnostics, and we are waiting for the result, and then continue with whatever recommendations that the doctors have given. So far, so good with Gideon.
Okay. I just saw that we're on the same page. So this video that I saw is coming from where? Kpalime?
Yeah, Kpalime.
Okay.
Kpalime Tongo. Yeah.
Okay, Kpalime Tongo. Okay. Please give me a brief about that community and that source of water.
Okay, thanks so much. So Kpalime is a community within the South Dine district of the Volta region, and their source of water is like a stream, and which is quite some distance away from the community, and they are not connected to the national water grid, and their access to water is between 17 and 30%, and which doesn't even flow. And then for that reason, people have to resort to the stream to get water. And as you've shown to viewers, the color of the water, and I don't know if I should call it water, because water should be colorless. So,
sure.
And that's the current situation of the people, and we want to take support to be able to extend coverage of potable water to the community of Kpalime and Tongo.
Okay. How did you come by this? I know that there are a number of communities in the Volta region. If we go on a trip, most communities in the Volta region do not have potable water. But how did you select this one, and why is this so important?
Okay, thanks so much. Palime and Tongo are quite close to Peki, and they are actually in the same district as Peki. And since the Repower Foundation has been doing some work within the Peki community, a citizen from Palime got in touch with us and then reviewed the problem that they have concerning water, and then we went to have a look at what the situation is, and we decided to shed some light on it and to get some support for them to be able to have access to potable drinking water.
Okay. Lawrence, tell me, how did you start with Repower? How did Repower even start?
All right. So the Repower Foundation was the sole passion or vision of one person, Miss Margaret Opari. She has worked and lived in the UK for a number of years, and she has a passion to support the needy. And so the vision was to give support to the elderly and then orphan children, as well as those with physical disabilities. So she put in some resources and then registered Repower Foundation somewhere around 2018, 2019. And we've been operationalizing our work for over 2 or 3 years now. Okay. So it's been a work of one person, and she has the support of some few volunteers who come on board to support whatever she's doing.
Okay. Now, the major question everybody is wondering, how are you funding this? I know that the funder is in the UK, and by the time you melt £1 to CD, you do a lot. But really, how are you funding all these projects that you're doing?
Yeah, so the funding, it's not been easy. And even get one person so sponsoring that project, it's not easy. So we rely on donors who buy into our stories, who are touched by what we are doing. We show them evidence of whatever we are doing, and then they give some donations, some support to the foundation to be able to undertake some of our projects. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I can understand it. I run an NGO myself, and it can give you sleepless nights, especially if you're so fixated on a project and the funding is not coming. Anyway, so for this project, do we have an estimate amount we're supposed to be raising so we can get them at least some potable water? What are we looking to do? Are we getting on the national water grid, or we want to do a borehole? What exactly is the plan for the Palime Tongo people?
Yeah, so far we are trying to get them on the national grid, but I think looking at the landscape of the community, it's been a bit difficult to get them on the national grid. And as we are looking at an estimated cost, if you want to do a private connection, that's getting a borehole or something, we are looking at an amount of over $500,000 US dollars. Yeah, to be able to get such a project to become possible if we want to do it on a private basis.
Okay.
But we have to wait for it. Even the Ghana Water Company or the National Grid getting lines from a community called Chibu. Yeah, Chibu, if you want to connect them from Chibu, you have to pass through some mountain, which is called Chate. And then, yeah, so it's quite a tedious work. And putting all these things together, it will cost almost around the $500,000 US dollars.
That's some money.
Yeah,
and so which one are we doing?
Both are. Right now, if you want to do the private, it will still cost us almost the same amount. And Ghana, the National Grid would not want to put in so much money if the government is not giving them such an amount of money.
Okay.
So it's almost like the same amount of money going for the National Grid or doing the borehole if you want to. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's tedious. But I see that you've started a GoFundMe project. You'd want people to donate. Throw more light on that.
Yes, please. Yes. Yeah, we have a Go. It's a Go giving page rather.
Oh, so Go giving page. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Go giving page. And we want people to donate to. And we can share the link where people can just follow and then donate any amount of money they want to.
Okay. Okay. Apart from the Go Giving page and the link, would you have any telephone number you want to share with us?
Yes, please.
Okay, please go on.
We have our office line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is 030.
Okay.
296.
Okay.
49.
Okay.
3. Yeah.
Okay, you broke off a little. Kindly go very quickly again.
Okay. The number is 030 296.
Okay.
4923.
Okay. Lawrence, thank you so much. The work you're doing in that Piki community cannot be overemphasized. And so we say thank you so much, and do not relent on it. We keep pushing this one so that at least that community can get some potable water, okay? Thank you.
And please, just a quick correction. It's a global giving page.
Okay, so it's a global giving page. Okay. Okay. Kindly share the link with us, and then we'll put it. We're streaming live on Facebook as well, so we'll put it in there so we can raise some funds from that place too.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Okay, thank you so much, Lawrence. Have a good one. Okay, so back in the studio, I've got Bridget Mahoney. She is the programs manager for Bethany Christian Services Ghana. You've seen her before, a lot of times in the studio. We've also got Justina Adolfo, beneficiary of Bethany Christian Services. And we've got this video. Let's show you, and then we'll come back in the studio. Good morning, ladies, actually. Yes. So stay with us.
I wouldn't say they were not in that capacity. You know, this is a program that supports vulnerable children, especially those who have lost their parents. And I would say since Bethany's establishment in Ghana, Justina is one of the people in this program who started receiving support before the rest. So she has been in the program for quite a long time. And Department of Social Welfare referred her to us because we have that MOU relationship with them. And so when there are cases that they cannot handle because of the financial aspect, and we have a program like that, they considered what we do to support families like that, and they referred her to us.
Justina, if we know in about I don't know when I'm in my mommy people. I ran me out me die full 9 months in Papa, so we did I met to me Papa Nanisha.
Yes, so in our engagement with her, she really had issues in terms of emotions and other psychological because of the absence of her parents. And she wasn't stable at some point, and that's even necessitated her move from her grandmom's place, apart from the school that was no closer. She wasn't a happy child, honestly, and we had to work with her to just encourage her.
Because I'm an hour really bad. When some see, I wanna better than you. Bebwan, Namin Yambua. Namin Yambua, baby, and a better than you buy and James on Bebwan. Tom catch and send one and basis here by a bed check a car. Now we catch and see your matty. The Miss Abba back for naming by him. The one almost I buy a honor. Say, Buano, a bantino, on my course of one and see you. The one on Mamma call Riniba. No, Jimmy, no, Mamma, Dibia. No, Mugu says, on my shabby. See, I ran at my course school and I'm 5 foot. To me, 5 foot, no better with some 5 foot, a yomo wake a crantino. Omugusu share me, Omo and Jammy, Bamugusu share me.
Getting pregnant was a shock and a blow to us, but then, because of the challenges she went through at that time, the depression, the loneliness, and the regrets and everything. At this time or at that time, we had to pay attention to what she really needed.
Mommy, me we are so buano go say then. Eba na me sha school mean to me
She didn't really want to go to school, and we thought going through basic education was necessary for her to acquire those education before even entering the vocational system.
And I'm better for a boy, I'm what they are boy meeting. See, I am prepared. That we hear it, you know. Say, you know, come dear. I think, say, me no beer, and my name. If you remember me, now crampono. Oh, we need say, the crampono. I wore near beer. Wow, on what I'm going to bet in a phone of my boy. I'm a baby, Juma. And you are my baby. Obey at 10 pesos cramping, and I'm better if one wines, you know. And then, my baby, Juma, I could be a Mr. Parker Kitchen. Instead of make our so, I try me, no more. I must so. Mrs. Suno. Na we are safe for Friday, Ninja. Na my brave woman. Uncle be a me, mamma, and me papa would drink. I said, Miss Sumi, whom Bob so been put on Cathy's connection. So, I can hear me. Eh, no man, Papa, almost share me. And the Miss my bedroom, Papa, Monsieur, my accompany, my baby, Jimmy. Make our age, Rammy said. Samonia Mwabi, Nasamonia Bisa or Buamua, Mungusu, say, Mubabani Panama, but Monsieur Jumano. Nama said, and call Funiso, and Yama saw one day. With Damasi, Bedawasi, I'll go for straw.
So, welcome back. Hi, Bridget. It's good to see you again.
Yes.
I want to find out, did you meet Justina when she had a child already or before? Before she had the child.
Yes.
So she was, tell me how you met her actually.
Well, so Bethany works with the Department of Social Welfare, and we usually get our referrals from them. So Justina is one of the referrals from the Central Region through the Winneba District Office. And we started working with her. We started with assessments, and we realized she really was in need of support because of what was happening in her family at that time. And she was being taken care of by the grandmom, and there were issues in the family because she's an old woman and she didn't really have the strength to monitor her life, and so all other people within the family were talking about how difficult it was to raise her. So we thought it's necessary to find another family member who was willing to take care of her. And her older sister was willing to do that. And aside that, her sister also lived close to a school that Justina could attend. So we took a decision to make her go live with her sister so she could go back to school. That is how we started with her.
Okay. Thank you very much. But in the meantime, let me go to, there's Justina saying, hey, why if it is a Anchem police? Kasadin Kakra. Oh, you okay? You okay? Right. Hey, young started Kasa now when you started GT Shunikuta. Right. Main soon. Okay. Kabibi Kakacher me on collaborate ne baby a woofy time out my no papa woo ye.
Me papa we and na me dey from 9 months. Na me wo ni Winneba na.
Just adin kakra.
Na me wo ni Winneba. Ti me ma me su free mu na me got na Winneba me na na. Ti na na me go school. Ti na me sansen me kakra na adin ti no me saba back for ni Winneba bi. Ti me kan say Winneba na me wona better ni fu. Omo buy say omba beboa me. Na omo catch me say emwa no nyam ba sisi aba be check kakra na okay.
I say e bedu emwa no kra no. Winneba no na wote hwana nchen.
Me nana.
Unana. Okay, na ejuma ben na wo ye wo. Na wo school. Na wo school wo. Na wo level ben.
Na me wo class 4.
Okay. Na wo school ni na botaya esi weni so ye dade.
Because kuna maybe botavia ensi me so say maybe me kwa say maybe Saturday we na me year school maybe me we tino na me kwa o ton ade kwa mpo na me sa ade ton sorry ade ton de min to min ton ade tino me ton ade no en shada anya we ntina me ya margin say maybe say me nya mbo abianka maybe store na maybe atonya manka kana
store no say ade ton anu no
aha and so me to me face me
person to so
to me yes antino abra mbo anu ba and some obo ame no na me start say me go school so still now no na me feel say school no me dey me go
school na when ni shedanji sisi awedi ahin what's your age?
Me 21
do you share better for no wedi ahin?
Na getting to me na me 15 years ache almost 37 ache.
Okay, it's been a while, Bridget.
Yes, since 2015.
Okay. And so because of the processes it goes through with social welfare, it takes a while before you take over a work.
Actually, when we get the referral from the Department of Social Welfare, we also follow up to do our assessments and other investigations to verify the information we have and to see if the potential clients really matches our program or is eligible. So when they are, then we start with the enrollment and then the support follow. So
apart from the funding, to take care of many other children or women like Justina, the documentation, because then yours is a bit special, you get a referral from social welfare. What's with the documentation? I've had lots of conversation with social welfare. One of the things that I keep talking about is documentation and the procedure is a bit cumbersome, and so it's a bit demotivating for people. What would you say about that?
Well, I think usually it starts from them. They know how they get their cases. Some people walk in actually to the offices of the DSW to report or to tell them about what they are going through, and also do investigations as well. But then how it works, when they are not in the capacity to support case A or B, then they look for available NGOs within the community who can support the case at hand. So that is how they do it. They have the cases in numbers, and then they look for the appropriate or available NGOs offering such support or to address the needs of these clients. That is how they also do the referral. So it's I don't know, I can't really talk about the stresses they go through, but we also have our issues in terms of getting information.
Okay, Justina, but then I will call social welfare funds because when you're almost straight, if you social welfare once will be do better. Then I'll call them.
I say what be universal social welfare one call for no more the information they buy.
That now
me woman now.
Oh, now. Okay. What school no na ye bibi at the torn so ye bibi. But na came out ska we be store.
Oh, this idea me see ejuma.
Okay. We start ejuma na usi and how many years ni?
Me find say na me 2.5 years for me call.
Into where do stage? Atare na ocean 1 hour per me. Hey. Sir, how long that we ma start pam? How long now we she's good at it?
Yes. So,
okay.
Yes, I think that's one of the motivations that we had from or information or reports we had from this instructor concerning how she was doing. She reported that she's actually one of the best apprentices that she's worked with because she picked up so fast and she's also focused on whatever she's doing.
So I'm curious. So in the little documentary, the little video that we showed, she got pregnant along the line.
Yes.
What went wrong?
Well, so as I was saying, she was living with her sister, and you know, adolescent comes with issues as well in terms of parenting. There's that challenges that caregivers or parents go through in raising their adolescents. So I would say from a professional point of view that is one of the issues, or that's mainly the problem.
Okay.
Yes, and then she wanted to explore. She was growing, and she also felt she needed love. That's how I could see it.
How's Akolana way? It means that the father of the child took responsibility.
Yeah, so we had to work with her because at the time of Destina's enrollment, we needed to also take care of the child. So the child was enrolled in school, but then closing time for the child and closing time for the mom wasn't convenient for her. So we had to speak to the grandmom of the child, who also volunteered to take care of her own grandson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll now, take a seat by the Bethany, as an NGO, so they can tell us exactly, I know you go through social welfare. I know you've been here a few times. You tell us, as a bunu thought, and then we'll just, put a firm grip on exactly when we think of Bethany, what they do. Okay, because Justina may be just one out of the many things that you're doing. So stay with us to go for a quick break. We'll be back shortly. Back to Prime Morning. Today on Social Watch, we're looking at the role of NGOs in community development and hopefully would affect the nation even at large. And today we're throwing the spotlight on Bethany Christian Services. We're talking to the programs manager, Bridget Mahoney. She's been here a few times, but today tell me, how did Bethany start?
Well, so Bethany started in Ghana in 2011.
Okay.
And was fully registered by October.
Okay.
So exactly 10
Stay on the
years.
registration. Is it difficult to register an NGO? Would you say that filling of the forms and the requirements and all of that makes it?
Well, I think when you have your documents right, everything that is required right, it doesn't take that long, or it doesn't get that difficult.
Okay. All right.
Yes, when you do the right thing. Yes, so we came as a family-based care organization. And family-based care, what that means is we are here to ensure that children are growing up in families. That is the main idea, because we know from experiences and what is going on around the world that children do well in families. And when parents or other people standing in as parents are taking care of children, then we know they can have a great future. So that is the essence of our existence. And in Ghana, we have worked as a family preservation and empowerment program. Through that program, we have supported vulnerable families to be empowered. So from preservation, we try to help you get or address all the needs that's a burden to the family. And then eventually we get the caregivers empowered so that without our support, they can also, or they are able to take care of their families. And then we also do foster care.
Okay.
Yes, I think you are hearing this for the first time. Yes, foster care is also one of our programs.
Why aren't you fostering me then?
Akosia, you're an adult. You can be a foster parent.
Is there an age limit?
You can register as a foster parent.
And foster another child?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we will
there's so many of them behind the camera I'm fostering already.
Okay.
I just have to document it.
Yes.
Okay.
Get the license so that, you know, it's formal.
Okay. So you foster children?
Yeah, we do foster care as well. And like I said the last time, we also do pregnancy counseling. So like if a girl gets pregnant and doesn't know what to do, we try to make available or open up the options available after childbirth, so that would you want to take care of your child, or would you want your child to go into foster care, so that after you have dealt with yourself, you can go for your child.
Do you indulge the conversation of abortion?
No, we don't do that.
Okay.
Yes, so as a Christian organization, we don't believe in abortion. Every soul is cherished by God. So even if it came as a mistake, we would want you to give birth and then get the child into foster care.
Okay.
And sometimes you get girls who do not want to have anything to do with their unborn children or unborn child. Like, no, I am not interested, I want to abort. We will tell you, hold on, give birth, and even if after birth you still don't want your child, we can get the child to adoptions for you. But then they give birth and they love
maternal instincts will set in. Okay.
So that is how.
That's one side of it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We have been operating.
Okay. Okay. So 2011 till now.
Yeah.
Justina, share with me some of your success stories. Last time you were here, we had a few callers saying that thank you so much to Madam Bridget. Because of her, this and that. Share with me some of your success stories. Well, and then we'll go to the challenges as well.
Yeah, so I think over the years, we've been able to get so many children out of trouble. Yes, trouble means sometimes children may find themselves in families that are full of conflicts and situations that need them to be taken out into foster care. Okay. So after this issue has settled, or parents have been able to settle their differences, then children can go back to their original parents. And then with the Family Preservation and Empowerment Program, we've been able to support a number of families, you know, vulnerable families, people who could not even access primary health care, people who could not send their children to school. Most of them are widows. And, you know, when you have a husband who is doing everything for you and he dies, it becomes something else for you as a woman. So we have, in the past years, empowered these women who can now take care of their children, who can provide for their education, access medical care, and do all the other things their children require to grow for them.
Is funding NGOs naturally, is it difficult to fund, or it's just because there's been so much, we're flooded by so many NGOs, so people are not, you know, comfortable, you know, putting in money, would you say?
Yes, so for FPE program, for instance, funding is quite special.
What's that? FB?
Yes, that's the Family Preservation and Empowerment Program.
Okay.
The funding is special in the sense that as you are here, you can decide to sponsor a family for 2 years by providing some amount of money at the end of every month into the upkeep of the family. So that is how the FPE program works. So we don't have, you know, of course, we would want to have corporate bodies, organizations come in to support us, but individuals who are capable can also adopt some of these families and take care of them for, you know, a minimum of 3 to 5 years. Yeah.
You're into more of the long term.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Is this to say that you're not impressed at people sharing rice jollof on the street or what?
Well, that is also another form of support. For instance, Christmas is coming, and people can even choose to support Bethany with some of these goodies for families to enjoy during the festive season. So it is still support, but I'm just trying to explain to you how
the style of your funding.
Yes, because we believe that giving money at once cannot solve the person's problem, because you work with a family and initially the identified challenges may be education, or access to healthcare. But as you work with them, you discover a number of issues with these particular families that would need a continued support over a period of time before we can say we've been able. So we are ensuring that we are getting the right impact.
Okay.
Yes, instead of just pushing money or doing a one-time support.
Okay.
Yeah.
Justina, who's your Jumanoing? Pachose. Pamazi. Oh, Winneba.
Swedro.
Oh, Swedro, baby. Okay. Now, any it's a fancy neck and a kitchen, Nina. Okay, so any work colleagues no want him to then.
Oh.
And confine him a worry surgeon my way, baby.
More than 20.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, also.
Okay. Now, about the night a pair of home pa. Sorry, no panel Juma, how do you feel?
Oh, and the way I know, Ama, maybe so, or be crampo each more, and the energy. Hey, so Nipano over fence, the way I see a can, when I dear gonna there, I don't know, maybe you'll be crampo better go see Juma, or back at the oh. Nko for no one can miss our need you one I didn't know. Oh, Uba Musu, I am Madam Eon Jow down over your day. Or bet try there, bet cherry, Jumana so I day. Well, fast. Upa crampa, when you are crampa, no more, they say. Into getting to when ya my 1 month's cramp, no. I will quote 2 months and not maybe in case. I start taking, but to say, would you down your friend saying? Just that. Oh, grandmother goes to Tiasi. Oh, my grandmother. What with him? She's my grandma and Cassadi on the way. But I make a plan and tell you or no. Oh, okay. And on him say, Sisia will see Juma. Oh, but me dear me who nache. Me who nache so we call anyway. 1 hour shut down after Montemonia fine. Oh, by when you went to not and shut down your way to know. Now me trying to say, me baby, Juma. No, I was surprised. Over Palm Day, Nakamano. Cabanisly. Okay, into your friend say now, 5 years from now, saying. Oh, first manka, me whom you are. Nanka me feel say by see a non better than for near and why I would do one man cut to join me to me whom says the idea. Me okay. Okay. I dear Bethany for a year no. Oh, what's your way? What benefit here for her? That she be would swing ya, and then I'll be to me. I am a community no. Oh, only almost bois. I'm wanting so maybe Miss Otachi be Minevia. Me try so be soon yam bois, Miss Mebuan. Baby, and I be at the palm now with me a chair and cofona, Mopama. They may try at a yard upon my brain. Why? Remember me measurements now. Okay, what's it? Today now walk at your Bethany for. Oh, and Uncle for more showing. Nyame say, Yanko Ponshromo. Yanko Ponshromo because I know Wanka, me dear. Me who say I'm very still living my life. Nay, Uncle Ponshra, my brother, so show me no. A hand me down as I said, no more show why need no. Uncle Ponshra, my name. I don't know, Auntie Bridget, a show, sir. I didn't turn off Phyllis or show, sir. Or say our money soon. I didn't turn the house with I soon, sir. I didn't turn the house, sir. Now I am mamma no, and it almost better than 49 years, my mamma no, and a boomer dream them in tears, so maybe I think so on your wanka. Me dear. Me no be I say or Bob Brammy. Okay. Matty, why? I am mental soon. What's it? Okay. So please prepare your last messages. Let me go and be saying thank you to our sponsors as well. Nutri Food, Nestle, Unilever, Franco Trading, Navia, Fan Milk, Welma International, GB Foods, Makesh Impairs, Aqua Fresh Limited, Olam Ghana, Permacidol Ghana, MTN, Electroland, Dream Cosmetics, Betway, you should be betting with Betway, and Royal House Chapel International, AD Direct
3712 Limited, Indomie, of course, ICGC Christ Temple, Azar Chemical Industries, Colgate, Freedom House Church International Gospel in the USA, and definitely Empowerment Worship Center, where I worship. Hello to Prophet Gideon Danso, and also Richoco, F&G Investment, Vodafone, Alliance Life Insurance Company Ghana Limited, Premium African Textiles GTP, APSA, and a lot more. We've got so much, and we're so grateful for all that you do. Bethany, I'll take your last messages from you.
First of all, I want to say thank you for the opportunity to be here, to share to Ghana what we are doing, or share with Ghana what Bethany is doing. I would like to say NGOs exist to complement the government's efforts in development, and therefore we also require support in order to thrive. So keep praying for us, support us, and support vulnerable people as well in any capacity you can. I think that's all I have.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Bridget Mahoney. And so we've already said that nation building really would not lie on the shoulder of the government only. And so NGOs, individuals, private sector, anything that you can do to help the community. It looks like the government is quite overwhelmed, and so everything you can do to help, just as Bethany is doing, and even the Repal Foundation. Thank you so much. My name is Emefa Akosua-Adetey, and this has been Social Watch, special one on Prime Morning today. Thank you for joining us. There's a lot more on Joy Prime Television. We'll bring you the ultimate experience. Stay well, stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow.